We're back. Hey everybody, Lucas Welsh, and we're back with this old Lion and Healy parlor guitar. We've started doing some cleanup, okay? So you may notice we got all the gunk off the top, and they had layered in a patch on here, and then puttied over everything with a couple different putties. Yes, there's a hole worn right through the top. And if Willie Nelson has taught us anything, he's taught us that, well, that happens. Okay? This is a thin top. Okay? Super thin top. Big crack here happened because the brace is loose. They never fixed the brace. And they never reinforced it from the bottom side. Cleaned it up. That crack comes level. And once that brace is fixed, it's going to be fine. Same with this crack down at the bottom here. Like, there was just no need. Fix it. Okay. Rant over. The biggest boo is down here. Okay. This side is good. This side has got a big gap. But when it comes together, and it does come together, and one of the pieces, of course, is here. And then there's a piece of the side that kind of goes on to here. And it's a real hodgepodge, okay? So, but anyway, we get this back on. And then the spot, and this back on, or this goes over here is what happens. Yeah. Okay, so once we get all that back together, we need a small piece to go into there and make that all happen. Now, whether I can clean some of this up enough to make it usable again or not, I don't know. This is the end block, and they squeezed some glue into it somehow while it was in there, and expanded it, actually. And it looks like they used a shim and this and that, and that's why this side was all bent way out of shape and off kilter, because this was like a 1/4 inch open gap in there. So where we're to here now, honestly, is where we've cleaned up a bunch of stuff. And in order to clean up any more and to get it prepped and ready to start thinking about fixing, we have to, in fact, take the back off. Now, I'm not going to say that it couldn't be done to do it in place. It's totally possible to do it in place. But it is a lot of extra work. And I don't think that we're going to take the back off, and that way we can get the best possible chance at, making the whole thing look really good. Okay? So that's where we're to right now. That's what we're up to. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. And I was just grabbing a little jar of alcohol. I have, in fact, opened some of this up already here. So, yes, like that. This The binding is just chipping off. And that's what I expected. So it'll be what it'll be. At this point, it will be what it'll be. Well, there you have it, folks. I thought maybe there'd be an initial on something that a guy would go by. There was a piece of paper in here, and it came out. They used it to back the hole that they filled. National Musical Supply Company Limited. Would be what my guess would be. Yeah. So, all right. Now we can really grasp the full Monty here, and we can start to plan a way forward. Okay. The neck, the back came off pretty clean. This is, of course, from the tail block breaking off. A little bit of kerfing, but I consider that pretty respectable. We're going to clean this all up. We can definitely see that there's some loose braces on the back, on the wings. So we're definitely going to do some brace re-gluing. We're going to do everything with hide glue, I believe, because that's the traditional glue that they used here. You can see where they filled these holes. Like, what did they do? Shoot at this thing? Okay, so we're probably going to have to let this brace right loose so that we can correct all of this damage down here and then reinstall it and cleat everything appropriately. Clean up all these nubbins of stuff. Get all this free. We're going to have to let this cracked stuff come off, clean everything up, put it on. We'll clean the rim. And once we've got all that rosewood kind of stabilized on the back, it's got quite a dome to it, actually. Like it's got some radius in the back there. And then the top, well, the sides actually. The top isn't that bad, really. We're gonna this brace here is what's let go, and we just have to clean everything up. And we might have to pull that brace and reinstall it. It might be doing some silly things. It might have sprung a little bit. So we'll have to see about that one. This top, I believe is flat. I believe this is a true flat top, but I'll do a little bit of research on that. Yet you can even see, like, they stuck some they stuck some stuff down in there to fill those peg holes, but whatever putty they use just that actually looks better anyway. So Now we can, of course, clean up this whole side, like that, like whatever this is here. I think it's a screw. I bet you they were trying to fix loose braces. No, that wouldn't make any sense. Because it split the brace. Super weird. At any rate, so we're gonna clean the rest of this up, get this tail block out of there. I'm probably gonna chisel that out and get that gone. Look at that. Whatever the glue they used never really hardened. I mean, it kind of hardened, but it stayed fairly malleable, which is good for me in some ways, bad for the guitar. This bridge plate here is really rather poor. It's been chewed up underneath here by the strings over the years, so we'll probably have to replace that, or at the very least, it's in a poor spot anyway. We're probably just going to replace that. We're going this far. So we'll put just a little tickle wider one and orientate it so that it's going to be a little more centered. And then what I like to do on these, because this is just a spruce veneer one, I like to actually put a thin maple cap on it where the strings come through. And that helps with a little bit of longevity. That's something I've been doing on just regular flat tops too whenever they come in with that problem. So there we go. We got a little bit more cleanup to do back here before we can start repairing. Truly repairing. This side is concerning. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's not great. You know, we got a long road to hoe here for this side. The least of which is getting all this garbage here back into an appropriate kind of shape. I'm not sure what's going on here. If there's a bunch of gargly goop. So that's going to be. This is going to be the trickiest repair here, actually, to get that all back into the right shape again. It's going to be a slow procedure, gluing up, because that goes, you can't even really see how far it goes, but that went right up to here. So, and it's all open here. So we're going to start here and glue this in short sections, reinforcing as we go, so that when we get back to here, that we got, you know, some support and we know the general shape. And I mean, we're just going to have to free form go at this a little bit because it's so messed up. We're just going to have to free form go at this a little bit because it's so messed up that, yeah. The neck block is good. That's nice. One less block and a dovetail that we don't have to fix. So the sand block was cut rather poorly actually, if I'm being honest. Um, the grain orientation is wrong. That was kind of destined to fail, if I'm being real honest. But anyway, there you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed part 2. And I'm going to do a bunch of cleanup work off camera because it's not worth showing. Do a bunch of cleanup work, and then I'm going to bring you guys back in once we start to do the actual repairs on this beast. So, and then once the repairs are done, we have to deal with the neck. Yeah, that's going to be fun.